So I present to you this visual treat of larva consuming Christmas candy in a time lapse. So the first 4 minutes of this time lapse took place over 4 hours. And you might be wondering why I just dumped wrapped candy into a larva bin, because there's no way, right? There's no way that they could possibly unwrap the candy. Okay, well, give it a moment and your brain might crack open. If you keep your eye on the top rightish corner, there's a red foil that will pop up empty. Wild. And if you take your eyes over to the left corner, or the left side, I should say, there will be another foil that pops up empty. Like a crazy little foil sailboat on the wild seas of larva. So why am I showing you this? Why did I do what I did? What is going on? Well, I have to say, for every composter, the bane of our existence is contaminants in the form of produce stickers, rubber bands, twist ties, plastic wrapping. We all struggle with it. I'm thinking about coming up with like a little fanny pack line just for like microplastic trash can, just like carrying around your hip. Someone hit me up if you want to get together and design such a thing. Anyway, what happens for me if I miss something, and this demonstrates it beautifully. You can see I picked off some of the empty ones there, empty wrappers. Once there's something that they are done with, they are not interested with anymore, that debris floats on the top. It's wild. You can just pick it off. I spend a fair amount of each day just kind of going through. I'll pick through the bins for whatever reason. But a lot of the time I'll just be skimming off little pieces of plastic here and there that got into the bins. And I have to say, since I've been much more mindful of that, I have a lot fewer to deal with produce stickers, stuff like that, out in the compost pile. It's tedious. It's mind numbing. It's a struggle to keep ahead of all the contaminants that we have to deal with. And it's a lot of pressure. You want to have a high quality product. The last thing you want to do is sell something that you've worked really hard to make sure is a high quality material for someone's garden, and then to find out there's junk in it, plastic. It's a really difficult thing to maintain the quality control. So what I find really helpful, because the larvae diminish the volume of the food scraps so much, the metaphorical needle in a haystack, the haystack's not as big. So I can pick out the contaminants. I can see them much easier. I have a better control over really being arbiter of keeping this process as clean as possible. So here's the next day. Something I should also note, the room that this was done in, the first and the second day, it was about a 55 to 65 degree room. And I have noticed that the temperature of the room will impact how quickly they eat. So as you can see, that green Hershey Kiss there, they haven't gotten to that one yet. So I'm leaving that candy in there. And as you can see, there's some other ones that they haven't quite gotten to. So I'm just shifting them around, giving them a little reminder. But there's another empty one. That there's still food in the bin, in the foil. It's so satisfying to do this, and it's I didn't think it would work when I did this the first time. Here's the candy cane, and this is the same day. They kind of nod half of it down. Sorry for vertical video. And then after 2 days, you can see that's Clara, the cat. She's very, very confused as to how these foils are moving by themselves. And this room was about 75 degrees. So once the temperature goes up, they will just go to town. And you can see all the candies in there that I had missed. So there's the wild ride, guys. Crazy.